Hey guys, it's Alex from Disciples here, today bringing you a Infernoble Knight deck list pre-Rise of the Duelist, so that doesn't include any of the fun new cards, primarily just gonna contains Renaud and Roland, as well as cool other cards like Sublimation Knight, Immortal Knight Phoenix Gearfried, I think is its name, don't know, mine's German, because I purchased all the cards off of Card Market a week or two ago. And since then, I've just been playtesting the deck at my desk while doing other things. And this is just a cool build I got. It shows a cool Isolde combo, which I don't know if it's been shown on YouTube or any forums. But yeah, let's just get into the deck profile, guys. So starting off with the main deck, we play 2 Immortal Phoenix Gearfried. This is basically the boss monster of the main deck, I want to say. Basically, it becomes a monster negate if you special summon it by banishing a equip spell from your graveyard, and then if there's an equip spell on your field, you can send it to the graveyard to negate a monster effect on the field, hand, graveyard, wherever. So basically it just means it's easy to summon boss monster that synergizes really well with Isolde, which is like your main extract monster you're tutoring out. And then, yeah, it just becomes a really easy negate, and especially with cards like Phoenix Sword, Phoenix Blade, or Divine Phoenix Sword Blade, I don't know. It just becomes like a really easy card to summon, and just get your easy equip on board and make the deck not lose to Nibiru. So realistically, I think there should be 3 copies of this in the main deck even. But currently I only own 2, so I'm only playing 2. I would play 3 though if I had a 3rd copy. That is something I'm definitely going to order soon. To complement this, we're also playing 3 Infernoble Knight Renaud, as well as the 1 Infernoble Knight Roland. So Renaud is really cool because it says if you control a fire warrior monster, you can special summon this from your hand. And then if you summon it that way, it becomes a tuner, which is kind of cool because it lets you get into fiber plays. And because it's a fire warrior, it also lets you get into Isolde. But then it's got a secondary effect of when it's special summoned, you get to add an equip spell or a fire warrior from your graveyard or your banished section. So this is really cool because it lets you get back any of your equip spells you dump off of Isolde as of current, and then it also allows you to get back like your grave resources from your monster lineup. So it lets you add back cards like your Phoenix Gold Gearfried, the next card I'm going to show you, amongst other cards as well. It just lets you like banish them for Phoenix Sword and then just add them back. Then Roland is pretty cool because it lets you equip itself from hand to a Fire Warrior. I think it's Fire Warrior anyway. It's just, I know it's definitely a warrior. Might be a Fire Warrior specifically. But then it's got a cool Scarm-like effect in the graveyard where you can, in the end phase if it's in the graveyard, because it was sent there this turn, just to add a Fire Warrior from your deck to your hand. So it allows you to keep up just your hand advantage. It lets you get an extender for next turn, or sorry, a starter for next turn, which lets you make Isolde, which lets you make like access code talker, and then they're just dead. So it's a really cool card, and I think you definitely need at least 1 in the deck just for the tutorage. Then for your starter, like your key starter cards, we're playing 3 Sublimation Knight. So this is a new card out of Toon Chaos, and it's a really cool effect because it lets you basically just on summon equip a fire warrior from your deck. Equip a warrior, equip a fire warrior, one or the other from your deck. So it lets you equip this really cool union monster called Squeak Knight. And this is just funny because a friend of mine just like picks up all these from locals, but basically lets you, it's just a warrior union monster that's fire, and lets you just summon it once it's been equipped. It probably has an effect, don't know what it is, but basically it just lets you turn your Sublimation Knight into a 1-card Isolde, which just means you've got more key starter cards, and also it means you can do cool plays with Sublimation Knight, equip your Roland. So then if you've got an extender card, you can just make Isolde, and then you'll get your Search of Roland in the end phase to keep your advantage up. You can also do similar plays where if you've opened your Infernoble Knight Renaud, you can equip your God Gearfried, and then once you link away with your Sublimation Knight, the Gearfried will go to grave, and you can summon the Renaud so you can get that free add back, so you got another negate on board. So that makes Sublimation Knight really cool. Then like the other key starter I'm playing as of current is Neospace Connector, and to complement that we've got the Dolphin of course. So I don't think I would play these cards post-Rise because you've got more starter cards with, I don't actually know their names. Is it of Olivia. I don't know. I'm not gonna butcher them and get them all wrong, but if you know, you know. So anyway, these are probably just like the next 3 best starter cards besides Sublimation Knight for the deck, because they just let you get to Aqua Dolphin. Aqua Dolphin says no to a hand trap, and then you just make your play. And if you have any other extender, it means that Connector is guaranteed to like bait a hand trap, because if they don't ash it, then your Aqua Dolphin's getting it out. The only thing is it doesn't really work against Gamma, which is seeing play in rocks, Imperm, which is seeing very generic play, and Nibiru, which is seeing like lots of play. But if you guys want to see a combo video, I can go over like how to play around Nibiru, how to play around those types of cards, which I can do in some good detail, and maybe even include post-rise combos. Who knows? We'll find out soon. Then for like extenders, we play 3 Red Layer, 3 Butter Spy, and I'm playing 3 of the Brigandine as well. So Red Layer is really cool because it's Fire Warrior as well. There's cool plays you can do with this, where you make like Tatsunoko. Not in this list, but like you make Tatsunoko, you can add the Red Layer off of your Isolde, make a Tatsunoko as your level 3 synchro play, and then you just make a Borolo Savage Dragon or an Omega just for free like that. Butter Spy I think is my favourite favorite extender, because it works in combination with Sublimation Knight. So when you go normal summon Sublimation Knight, even works with Connector of course. So you summon either one of them, it then chain blocks it from like getting hand traps like directly like Ghost Ogre or Ash, and then just guarantees that like you've got a free extender, and it means that your Sublimation Knight just gets full value and doesn't lose to like impactful cards like Ogre. So I'm a really big fan of that. And then Brigandine's probably just like the easiest extender because it doesn't have any restriction, so that's why I think it's pretty good. Then going on to like the brick cards, play 1 Secret 6 Samurai Gemba. So this is like your main Isolde target, and it enables like your fiber combos generically. Jet Synchron, I've seen this playing what's it called, 001, but I don't like that card as much because this just works with like any of your other extenders, or like your main like Red Layer or Brigandine, and it just lets you just do cool plays. Like I used to play Omega in this list, so you could like make Omega and then your jet gets banished, and you just like Omega put the jet back in grave, so you got an extender for next turn. Just like cool things like that. And if you get like hand traps, having the jet engrave is more powerful and more impactful than having the 001 engrave. And then the O-line for your Auroradon. Then we're going on to spells now. I do play hand traps, I'll show those at the end. But for now, we've got 3 Heritage of the Chalice. So basically it just says add Renaud. In some situations, you might want to add Roland. You can also play Noble Arms of Aphrodite, I think that's how you say it. Gonna get butchered in the comments. Anyway, that's basically just says deal with a back row card and then make a Zod deal with another back row card. That's pretty insane, but it can be searched off Heritage, which is really nice. But this bit is just a rotor for your Noble Knight monsters, which is cool. Then we've got actual rotor, and then the only other like non-equipped spell I play is Midbreaker Field. This is broken because you don't target any of you guys in the combo, and it just means you don't lose the hand traps. So yeah. Then I'm playing 3 equipped spells in this list, and then so I'm playing Phoenix Blade, Living Fossil, and Overdone Burial. Phoenix Blade should make perfect sense, but if it doesn't, it's really powerful because it equips to Gearfried as well. So you can just send it, add it back, then equip it to Gearfried. Also just gives you free discard fodder for your Nightmare monsters or your Jet Synchron, those kinds of things. Also 300 buff on the warriors, decent sometimes. Helps you clear over 2k beaters. Then Living Fossil Extender, generic, good. Overdone Burial, really good in my eyes because I think it's the next best one that's currently out, because with Isolde, it just lets you just add a big guy and then discard it for Overdone Burial if you draw it. So I think it just works, and you don't need to read more stuff for starter cards. Then as of current, I'm just playing 6 hand traps. I don't think these are the best 6. But these are 6 placeholder ones, so I'm playing 3 Nibiru, 3 Ash. You can't play Impermanence in this list because you're playing the Shade Brigandine, but I think you just want 6 hand trap slots, so you draw at least 1 versus the combo decks. This is actually just probably wrong. You probably want to play like more, but this is just a streamlined. This isn't a streamlined list. This is just like a basis of what I've been testing at the moment. I've got other lists I can share with more higher hand trap counts, which lower down the extenders. But I don't think, I feel like the correct number is over 40 for this deck. I don't think 40 is the correct number. So currently this is a 40 card list. In the future, I can definitely see myself going over 40. So that's just some food for thought. But yeah, let's go on to the extra deck now. So yeah, extra deck. It's very combo centric. So I'll go over the cards and their roles. Most of them should make sense. So first off, Metal Marcher. Use this off when you summon Isolde, you summon your Gemba, you make your Link Cross, and then you make your Metal Marcher just to turn Link Cross, Isolde Gemba into 4 monsters basically. Then play Herald. You summon basically just after Metal Marcher, so you can play through hand traps, I guess. Garden Rose Maiden, Coral Dragon Croc, Vermilion Dragon Mech. This could be the Charlemagne once the next set comes out, but I feel like the extra changes when that set comes out anyway. And then the last like non-link is VFD. Weird playing the VFD combo in this, because I realised that Isolde on its own is Herald plus VFD plus Herald VFD with 3 in hand, 4 in hand, 3 or 4 in hand, plus whatever many cards you've got in your hand before that anyway. So it just seems insane to me to try and like do that as consistently as possible. So yeah, that's like the main component of the extra deck, I guess. Yeah, obviously like Croco Dragon, and Coral Dragon both draw cards, so that helps a lot. Then 2 Isolde, so I'm playing 2 because you want 1 for your initial combo and then you want 1 for turn 2 to make access code talker, or Isolde, or Appaloosa even, depending on the situation. But then you also want the second one just in case you get hand trapped on the first, so it means that you got like a follow-up play that's not just Fiber. Link Cross, Fiber, Auroradon, these everywhere. Then Unicorn, Appaloosa, and Access Code Talker. So Appaloosa comes up if you have an extra extender. Then a lot of the time, turn 2, you don't tribute the Auroradon off. For its effect, you just tribute the extender off, and then it means that you can keep your Auroradon on field. So if you don't need to pop a card, you can just turn like any monster plus the Auroradon into Appaloosa, and then you can just make an access code under it, so you just don't lose the Nibiru and you don't have to waste a VFD in case they're not dead that turn. And then a lot of the time you'll have like 3 or 4 attributes for access code engrave. So as you can see, guys, we're going to show the combo now. As you can see down below, we've opened a kind of a suboptimal hand. We have got our 1-card full combo in Sublimation Knight, but we've also drawn Connector and Dolphin together, so the hand seems a bit weaker. But let's just see how it goes anyway. We should end on, just from the Sublimation Knight being our 1-card combo, we should end on Herald plus VFD plus 2 draws and an add. So that's 5 cards, so we should have 7 in hand, 8 in hand, can't remember the maths, but let's go. So, normal summon Sublimation Knight, we're going to equip Squeak Knight from deck. Squeak Knight's going to special summon itself. We're going to use both cards to summon Isolde, 2 Tales of the Noble Knights. We're going to declare its effect, and we're going to search for Photon Butterspy. Oh, sorry, Blue Mounted Butterspy. Wrong card almost. Anyway, so basically I've searched for this card over anything else because Connector and Neospatial Aqua Dolphin are both non-fire monsters. So realistically, there's no reason not to add like Renauld, because we don't have a fire monster to special summon it. And Gear Freed's not doing much for next turn, because it doesn't mean we can extend past like our normal summon, which at this point is just Connector or Dolphin, which seems subpar. And then, yeah, Sublimation Knight we've already used as its starter effect, so there's no reason to add that either. Then we send Overdone Barrel and Phoenix Blade. Overdone Barrel because it's the weaker equip spell out of itself and Living Fossil, so there's no reason to keep it in deck, whereas Living Fossil has at least a purpose next turn. Summon Gemba, the Tuner monster, make Link Cross, summon Double Token. It's very standard stuff here. So now we're going to make Metal Marcher, as expected, summoning back the Gemba. Don't think it matters that it's in attack mode. Oh well. Then we make Herald to protect from hand traps now, and then we make our Fiber. So this is really cool because it means we can just do the standard Auroradon play for Garden Rose Maiden into VFD. So summoning 3 tokens, tributing the Aurorodon and one of the tokens. So if you have an additional extender here, which would be in this zone I suppose, you can leave the Aurorodon field, which means you can make an easy Appaloosa next turn, or access Code Talker, which just allows you to play under Nibiru, as well as just OTKing very, very easily. So we're going to banish 2 to add back the Phoenix Blade. We're just banishing the starter cards used, summoning back the Jet. I forgot to summon the token from O-Line, so I just did that there. Jet gets banished, summoning Coral Dragon. We're going to make the Croco Dragon now. So we draw a card of Croco Dragon and a card of Coral Dragon. So in this situation, we've drawn Gifreed. So this means that we've got because we've got the equipped spell in graveyard, we can banish the Overdone Burial to summon the Gifreed, as well as banishing the Gemba and the Azul to add back the Phoenix Blade, which not only means that Gifreed is another negate, but it just means you've got like another layer of protection from cards such as Nibiru. Now we're going to make Vermilion Dragon Mech. So this could also just be Charlemagne after the next set, as it's a level 9 monster, but obviously that's not out, we're playing pre-Rise, so here we are. Yeah, that's the full combo. So you end on 7 in hand, you have, 7 in hand, sorry, you have a Omni Negate and VFD, VFD, obviously a very, very powerful card because it just stops all monster effects, you can't attack, which also means that Herald has more validity, because your opponent cannot just like simply enter the battle phase and attack over the Herald. But yeah, that's a simple 1-card combo for this deck, as of current. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video regarding Infernoble Knights. If you have any queries about the deck or any comments I made in the video, let us know down in the comment section below. But yeah, thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel, as well as follow all of our socials in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out our sponsors at the Brotherhood Games, MetaMats and Card Market down below for high quality products and one of the best tournament organisers in the UK. Thanks for watching guys, and see you in the next video.